starting a little bit early, but we are about to get on into it. I've already got the game loaded. And so we'll see what exactly we have in store. This is Terraria. Oh. Yeah, 0. Oh, and yeah, let's go with that. We're gonna go with black. Green eyes. Black skin. Here we're gonna go with a new world. Here we go. Terraria time. This is going to be quite interesting. Let's go. There we go. That's... Why do I no longer have any sound output? Hold on. Let me just try relaunching the game. I should have sound output. I got wood and shit. I'm learning the game. There we go. Ow. Oh, you can just kill a worm. Die, worm. Jesus. Die. Lemon. Die, bugs. Oh my god, that's a hot air balloon. I'm just killing these bugs. These bugs did nothing wrong, but I'm just killing them anyways. I'm so good. Die. Is there just a bug stuck in there? Got him. I am so good. Ow. Bastard. Lemon. I still don't really know. I don't know what I'm doing. This doesn't make any sense to me. What the hell is this? A fallen star? What does a fallen star give? Ow. Thank you, die. This is so bad. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to play Terraria. What am I doing? Die. Another falling star. Cool. I don't know what to do with you. Don't mind if I do take these fallen stars. Oh, and there goes my audio again. I don't know what's causing the audio to disappear. It shouldn't be disappearing, but it is. Ow, bastard. Die already. Can I use these? No? I don't know what to use them for. Oh, for fuck. If only I knew how to build a fucking home. And I don't know why the game audio is breaking. That doesn't make sense to me. It shouldn't be breaking. I was gonna drink some more water. I get smaller when I drink water. What is this pushing on about? It doesn't even know what's going on about. It has no clue what's going on with it. This is what I get for going with Linux again. Ah, dearie me. Alright, we'll do one more try, and if the audio still cuts out, then we're switching to something else, because clearly Terraria is having some issues, and I'm going to have to figure out exactly what's going on. Now the reason the audio cut out this time is because I opened up a different window. But now it comes back. Alright. Let's try again. You don't do shit to me. Mana crystals, consumable. Fucking, there's 4 of these! Why is there 4 of them? What the hell is going on with this game? What? Bloody Christ. I don't know what it fucking expects me to do. I'm getting gangbanged over here. Hey, fuck off. Alright. That's 1 down. What? What do you mean? I don't understand. Nothing makes sense. Damn poor squirrel. I'm just killing everything. Die. Damn it. Right. You. Give me information. I have a door, a chair, a table, and a light source. Make sure the house has walls as well. Look at me, I've got a thing of armor now. Cool, I can get rid of it. I want those things. I don't understand. Oi! Bugger off. I seriously don't understand. Why am I unable to place a door? Bastard. And there's also coin. So I see. And also the audio once again died. So yeah, we're gonna be moving on to something else. I don't know why it's breaking. It shouldn't. It shouldn't be breaking like this, but it is. Well, you know what? I have an idea. We are going to do this instead. Because I've got nothing else to do. Hello, audio? Oh, there it is. Juno nodded understandingly and smiled. Oh, well, if you're human, then I guess you're a male, right? I can't do female voice. I can't do female voice. I shrugged my shoulders. Well, yes, I'm a guy. How old are you? I'm sorry, I completely forgot what people look like. I haven't encountered them for a long time. There are no more of them in this galaxy at all. Are you a juvenile specimen? I shook my head. If this was a delusional dream or some kind of hallucination from in my head, then at least I wanted to keep control of the situation. Wait, stop calling me that. I am Zero. And who are you? I've never seen anything like you. As I said, I'm a prodigy science. We are an intelligent species of cyborgs from a very far corner of the universe. Your planet is poorly studied. My species visited speak English. Slow it down. My species visited it some time ago. But then, everything was different here. And there was not much nature. Wow. It's so exciting. I guess there are more animals now, right? Well, of course. There were no people here back then either. I smiled nervously. I hope you don't want to enslave us or something like that. At that moment I thought horror the eldest prediction from Lick could be true. That I left the village, brought trouble to the planet, and now aliens from outer space would destroy us. Goosebumps ran down my skin. Even the hair on my head stirred with fright. But Juno looked at me like an idiot. Although I couldn't see her face, it seemed to me that all emotions were conveyed by her helmet, and laughed out loud. What? No! I am a scientist and researcher. I study and document all the planets I travel to. This is our universal mission and even a hobby. We Proteans don't enslave anyone, don't worry. Ah, well then, that's good. Welcome, I guess? Thank you. What stage of technological process are you at now? What energy do you use? I blinked again. What are you talking about? Well, I guess you're not even a Type 1. Damn, I'm sorry, forget what I said. Everything has to come naturally. Your kind has to figure it out yourself. I am forbidden to share knowledge. A friend of mine got to a planet a couple of decades ago whose inhabitants hadn't even invented the wheel yet, and quickly told them everything about how to evolve as soon as possible. As soon as I did it, such chaos began there. It was horrible. So it is better not to tell you anything important. You'll have to do everything yourself. What are you even talking about? Am I dreaming? No? Why? Haven't you been in contact with other intelligent species before? I scratched my head. Well, except with the Kugels, but they're not that intelligent. Just very clever animals. Kugels? How interesting. And who is that? They're kind of fish, but no, not exactly fish. In short, they live on the water and are smart creatures. Alright, I'll have to study them later. Sounds really interesting. I'm just watching this. I can't do voices. I can't do this. This doesn't work. Oh, and I'm just now noticing on my preview from OBS that it's glitching out a little bit. That's fun. Except not really. By the way, your planet is quite beautiful. I wonder how I sound, because I couldn't really hear how I sound that well. Like, I can sort of hear it, because obviously you can hear your own voice. But it's like muffled because of my headphones, so I have no idea how I truly sound. Where are you from? Do you have a settlement here? Yes, about an hour's walk away. Maybe a bit more. In Norton Valley, we are the largest community in this part of the planet. You have a small planet, but it's great. We start sooner and finish faster, right? What do we start? As I said, I have to write down all the information about this planet's nature. Or at least everything I can get to. Could you take me to your elders or whoever's in charge of your village? I swallowed, realizing that I couldn't go back there right now. Or else I couldn't bring some creature with metal over its body. Then they would definitely burn me at a ritual bonfire. Why do you need them? You see, it's going to be hard for me alone. Usually, if there are intelligent races on the planet, I ask the local community for a companion as a guide and assistant. Things are much easier this way. Juno looked at me expectantly, and I realized that I didn't know what to say to her. On the one hand, I could take it to the village and stay there, then somehow explain my behavior and ask for the villagers for forgiveness. And this way, I had to beg permission to stay where I escaped from only yesterday. Of course, I didn't want to continue such an existence, but if I wanted to survive, I had no other choice. But but at the same time, I suddenly realized that this was my chance. Maybe this is the signal that the Mother of Heaven sent me, in the form of this strange girl who was standing right in front of me now and asking for help. I've always dreamed of traveling, dreamed of seeing the world. When else would I get such an excellent opportunity? After all, she probably has some food. She was someone who was prepared for long trips. Well, my creature progeny, it didn't matter. Also, I had a unique chance to communicate with an alien from outer space. She was a real intelligent being right here, completely unlike a human. Precisely, she looked completely different and somehow similar to us at the same time. I understand that starting a friendship with a lie was no good and it didn't work at all with people, but I couldn't stop myself. You know, you don't need to go to the village. Actually, or luckily. The thing is, I could say, the second most important person in the village. I was lying godlessly, hoping Juno wouldn't see it. She said that she hadn't seen people for a long time. Maybe she didn't remember how they could lie. Are you? Great then. It's a long walk to the village. We'll go next time. You can count on me. I'll help you myself. I'll be your guide. It's not difficult. I know our planet inside and out. My own lies made my ears burn with shame. Oh, once again, I'm doing wrong button shenanigans. My own lies made my eyes burn with shame. What did I know? Nothing. No territories, no plants. I only knew something about animals, berries, and mushrooms. First joint outing, my lie would be revealed. As I started, it would be too late to retreat. I was skipping my last chance to escape. Zero, that's just great. I didn't expect to be so lucky. Are you sure you know everything here? The eyes of Juno's heart narrowed suspiciously. I made it realize that I myself had absolutely no idea how to read if she was lying or being honest. It seems like her couldn't read the helmet expressions very well. But she didn't believe me. I decided to lie until the end. Of course, I'm sure you won't regret it. I've lived through all my life. I'll tell you everything, don't even worry about it. I smiled a little too broadly, reminding myself of the father and his much too wide smiles, and held out my hand to Juno. Huh? Do we have a deal? This is definitely way too early for any of those scenes. If you know what I'm talking about. But I definitely need to get a better webcam or tracking situation because, yeah, this definitely isn't the best. Juno looked at my outstretched palm and smiled. We too. I'm still holding my palm, waiting for a handshake. Juno was standing opposite us. And what? Won't you shake my hand? Juno blinked. Why? We seal the deal, I assume. I will go with you and help you, and you'll help me not to perish in all these forests, something like that. Juno tried, still not understanding what I was asking her, but held out her hand. No, this time, the second one. Juno was surprised. What's the difference? This is an agreement here. See, that's better. Her hand was warm and soft. Well, shall we go then? Let's go. But where? Definitely not in the opposite direction. There was nothing to do there. There was nothing particularly interesting in this forest. There was a settlement nearby, and the animals tried to stay away from people. Besides, they didn't want to run into forests or hunters from our settlement. In that case, they would definitely report everything to the village, and a delegation would shortly be sent to follow Juno and I. They attacked her and started a war with the alien race. No, it was better to stay away from them. We can start from the other shore. There's a forest further on where all sorts of little animals live. You're interested in that, aren't you? We could look for Fangies. They're pretty much everywhere right now. It's mating season. Fangies? Interesting. I'll write that down. Juno pressed a button on her helmet and an image of letters appeared in front of her. I watched in amazement as she wrote something down without using either ink or pencil. Oh, you probably haven't seen this. It's a hologram, don't worry. I reached out to touch it, but the image passed through my fingers. Cool. Where does it come from? Well, it's easy. There are special light bulbs in my helmet that create the image. Well, shall we go? I looked one more time at the strange thing, the hologram. I tried to catch it with my fingers, but didn't succeed. Of course, let's go. At that moment, my stomach groaned loudly from hunger. I remembered that I hadn't eaten since yesterday and missed the usual, always on schedule breakfast. The heat burned my cheeks and I knew that Juno heard the sound too. Listen, do you happen to have anything to eat in your huge metal thing? Juno looked at me and burst out laughing again. Okay, let me look for something. There should have been something left. I guess some fruit, as I recall. Let's go. What is this thing, by the way? Does it fly? Yes, it's called a jet. And there's a lot of stuff in there. It's a cool thing. You'll like it. Only I can open it with my palm prints. No one else can access it. Juno walked over the jet and put her hand on its side. At that moment, a panel slid away, making it possible to enter inside. Wow, I've never seen anything like it. Well, actually, this is an old model. I should buy a new one. I got it long ago. Such an unkillable thing. It's important to me as a memory, you know. I call it Pixie. Why Pixie? I don't know. I like it. It's my best friend. Juno laughed. I couldn't figure out what she was talking about. How could this huge steel thing be her best friend? When we were inside, I suddenly realized. Wait, is this thing alive? Goosebumps ran down my back as soon as I thought about a living creature that could fly through space. Moreover, I was inside this thing. This Pixie. And I didn't like it at all. It was like being inside a mythical beast, a giant animal that looks like a walking house of armor instead of skin and thorns on its head. Not thorns, horns! Horns. Read English. English. Oh, gee, man. More one time. My water's now starting to get warm. It's not a thermal bottle, so, you know, it isn't the best. But when Juno saw the panic on my face, she burst out laughing again. You should have seen your face. Just hilarious. No, Zero, don't worry. It's not alive. Although I would really like it to be alive. Sometimes I just want to chat with someone. Well, chat with a living being. Not a... Welcome back, Juno. Glad you're back so soon. We're in a new stage, so now we will save. Sorry, I'm just scratching my ear a little bit. Wearing headphones for too long really messes up with my hair near the ears. So I usually do a scratch every now and then, just to make sure it's still going okay. Oh, bloody. Don't worry, it's Pixie. Actually, wait, I can just load. I jumped in fright. I barely had time to step into this huge metal thing as a strange sounding voice rang from anywhere. Juno smiled. Don't worry, it's Pixie. Hi, Pixie. I wasn't planning on coming back so soon, but I met a representative of the local species. Meet Zero. He's a human. Hello, Zero. Human. Nice to meet you. I am Pixie, an artificial intelligence assistant. What the heck is it? I looked around with wide eyes trying to figure out where the hell the voice was coming from and who was talking to me. The inside of Pixie was clean and very beautiful. It all resembled the hold of a ship from books I read at school. But it was so much more than that. She went up in the cabinet and took out a box. Pixie is an artificial intelligence that lives on my jet. Well, he doesn't live literally, he's not real. It's something like... Let me think, do you have any talking birds? Thought about it for a bit. Well, yes we do. We call them talkies. But they don't really talk, they only imitate the voice. We live in the south, not here though. Well, my Pixie's a mistake. He doesn't speak for real, he kind of imitates speech. He helps me with the ship and research, and I can also chat with him sometimes if I get bored. Actually, I talk to him all the time. Traveling through space alone, you know, can be very boring. Imagine that. There's only endless emptiness and silence around you, and not a single living soul until you reach the next station for refueling. Gina pointed with her hand to something resembling a chair. I didn't know what it was called. I sat there, taking the box she handed me. Help yourself. These are fruits, still very fresh. I especially froze them as soon as I picked them. I hope you like it. put on a smile, still feeling weird, and opened the box. Inside were bright red pieces of some fruit unknown to me. It's unbelievable. A fruit from another planet. I turned the piece over in my hands, looking at its veins before I put it in my mouth. After chewing it, I shrugged. It isn't bad. It reminds me of our droplet berries. In some way. Later I'll show you a tree full of them. Sounds great. Now hurry up, we still have so much to do. Juno was fussing over the jet. She was clearly impatient to start a trip as soon as possible. She fished out a large closet, something that looked like a bag, and shoved in a few items, the purpose of which I didn't know. What are you doing? I'm collecting provisions for you. I didn't think I'd find a traveling companion so quickly. That's why I didn't prepare anything. But we probably won't go far today, right? I'll take a bit of everything. You wore a backpack. It shouldn't be heavy. I hope you're in good physical condition. Juno looked at me, still eating a piece of fruit. Well, yes, I'm sure it won't be hard. I continued to lie shamelessly. But what could I do? Should I say that I had never gone further than the edge of my village in my life? Then Juno would definitely send me back home or even toss me away, and I didn't want any of that. Moreover, there were so many new and interesting things here. That was a technical glitch. I'd never seen anything like it. I probably wouldn't see it ever again if I was forced to leave. Fortunately, Juno didn't recognize the line in my voice and grinned. Great! See how lucky I am? Oh, I wish it was like that everywhere. On one of the planets in the neighboring galaxy, I was almost crucified when I came to them for help. Locusts there seemed to be intelligent but very aggressive. They sounded like some kind of deity from the underworld and tried to kill me. They almost cut off my feet too. Well, you have a hard job. Juno shrugged her shoulders. But I do what I like. By the way, what do you do? Do you already have a job? Try to make up something as soon as possible. Actually, I'm still studying. Study science, something like that. We have a lot of work in the village, but I haven't had a chance myself to do any of the real work yet. It was only partly true. There really was a lot of work in the village. Fishing, farming, hunting, carpentry, but I wasn't allowed to do any of that. So that I didn't get hurt anywhere. Didn't break anything, didn't bother myself, and most importantly, didn't get distracted from my main job. To be the chosen one. So you're still young, aren't you? How old are you? I turned 20 yesterday. Kind of became an adult. He smiled sourly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Juno looked at me with genuine sympathy. I was surprised. What? I mean, it was your birthday. So what? It's just a holiday. Why do you feel sorry? Juno's face immediately changed. Oh, sorry, it's different everywhere. We, for example, consider the birthday a very sad date. After all, we became a whole year older, which brings us close to the death. But in your case, congratulations. Our birthdays are considered a holiday. We celebrate that we managed to live for another year. No one's attacked us, no stone fell on our head. In general, it's a big event. Very interesting. How do you celebrate it? We celebrate all evening. Usually the birthdays of all the children who were born on the same date are celebrated all at once. Well, adults don't celebrate it anymore. They have their own ways. Birthdays are usually celebrated before the age of 20, but as soon as you become an adult, that's it. You've completed the important task of growing up. Now there's no time for fun. You need to work for the betterment of the community. That's great. I'll write it down. You don't mind if I study you a little too, do you? Not that this is my specialty. I can usually only study nature. Whatever intelligent races are so interesting. I smiled broadly at Juno. Not a problem. How many planets have you been to? Oh, a lot. I've been working for a long time. And due to the fact that I traveled through space, I don't even remember exactly how many years have passed. I don't have any reason to return to my home planet, so I rarely return there. My whole life is a job, but I like it. There is no time to be bored or sad. My voice is cracking because I can't do a female voice. Especially when there's so many interesting and unusual things out there. Juno smiled at me, judged by the image on her helmet. I finished with the food, she took the box, which she called the container, and stood with her hands on her hips. So, are you ready to go? Yes, of course. I was born ready. After we got out of the pixie jet, Juno closed it and pressed something on her helmet. After a couple of seconds, the jet the jet became completely transparent. And I think we're gonna end it there for now. Because I've actually got to get up pretty early tomorrow to do something. And yeah, this was already a bit off the wild because I was meant to do Terraria, and it turns out Terraria is slightly broken, so yeah, I'll have to find something else. But yeah, I'll tomorrow release a new stream schedule, and that will have something other than Terraria, because clearly Terraria doesn't work anymore, or at all, because I've only just started playing. But other than that, thank you for tuning in. If you had joined in for the stream, if you were watching the VOD on YouTube, you can always join me live here on Twitch. And I have a Blue Sky profile where I will post the stream schedules and any other random stuff that I happen to post. I'll catch you all next time.